For my part, I held you for a weak suspect, simply unable to do something like that. I didn't understand how someone like you, educated, calm, seemingly rational, could commit murders of such obviously uncontrollable wrath. When I questioned you, I couldn't find any trace of nervousness, of the normal reaction someone shows who has a guilty conscience or something to hide. I merely found you a bit peculiar. It seemed as if the consequences of what happened weren't important to you, as if they had nothing to do with you, as if someone else had committed the murders.
You're not getting the point, Leonardo. I've already told you, it was all part of a master plan to...
Don't make me laugh. A plan? Splitting open someone's head who could help you to get what you wanted? To suddenly throttle the only one who could translate what you had waited for years? Nazario was right, and I couldn't see it at the time. We mustn't look for a methodical killer here. We're looking for a quick-tempered demon who is taking his place.
It was all because of the book. I had to have the book.
It's ironic that a single volume, a book so valuable and dangerous at the same time, is supposed to have caused all these incidents. And that of all people, we were the ones who brought the book with us. It was in our hands for so long, but we weren't aware of what it dealt with.
Yes.
If I could only read Sumeric.
Oh, come on, Leonardo. With the knowledge your limited intellect possesses, how far do you think you're going to get? All you have is a weak human mind.
Be that as it may, it's a healthy mind.
What are you implying?
Oh, come on, Thomas. Don't you listen to your own words? Do you think that the work of a copyist in the library, the meticulous and painstaking care taken for our culture, the intelligent planning over years to obtain a coveted object, granted all traits of a normal human being, are compatible with the brutal, violent person who murders his own brothers?
No. Yes! I mean no!
I'll tell you what I think. You're sick. Your mind doesn't function. You have abandoned the path of our Lord in favor of a superstitious belief in things that are stupid and senseless. And all because your imagination tells you they'll give you power.
I'll free myself. You'll see. I'm going to finish the invocation, and you'll all see.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hear me, O my Lord Satan. Speak the 7 words of invocation. Free your slave. Sobek. Sekhmet!
Free you? It's your sickness that has set your mind free, that eats you up bit by bit. I presume you've appeared out of thin air now and then, haven't you? That's why Gottfried was so afraid of you.
Berserk must come! He must take hold of me! Sokar! Selket!
Do you want to invoke a demon, Thomas? You don't need any sorcery for that. You're already possessed by the demon of madness.
No!
What? Stop! Stop! You fool!
Mut! Nut! Free me! Ha 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 ha! Berserk is here! Ha 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 ha!
Fire! Fire! You won't get away, you murderer!
You dare to put yourself in the path of a powerful demon, you insolent boy?
Not you. You're not a demon. You're a madman.
Then die!
That's the talisman of Saturn. It's drawn in blood. It could be from an animal, but my instinct sadly tells me otherwise. I should literally put my hand in the fire? I should literally put my hand in the fire. I don't see anything special.
Brother Thomas, you're not yourself! Let the boy go! Immediately!
I'm not Thomas anymore. As Thomas, I can merely kill them one after another. I am berserk now. I'll take all of you with me. Together with me, you'll learn what hellfire is.
Thomas?
Huh?
As you like fire so much, let's see what it does to the book you've set your heart on.
No! Oh! Ah!
What a horrible death!
That was the last in a series of macabre deeds. But they're finally over with now.
What the devil is this?
Master?
I don't know what satanic power enabled you to escape from burning at the stake, but I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
No, he's innocent. I saw the whole thing.
We all saw it, Nazario. Didn't you hear the words that leapt out of Thomas's mouth? He's your killer! He is responsible for the murders!
Do you believe that, Brother Marcello?
Come, my esteemed abbot. Faith cannot be placed in one who has been possessed by the devil. Thomas was possessed by evil, and evil always attempts to deceive us with fallacies and lies.
And without a doubt, this is a major deception. Thomas cannot be guilty of Anselmo's death. We all know that he wasn't at the Abbey at the time of death.
That's bad news for you, isn't it?
I beg your pardon?
Speak clearly, Brother Leonardo.
I'd be glad to. If I were him, if your community were to accept that Thomas had killed Anselmo, that would let you off the hook completely.
Are you insinuating that I...
Others? Secundo was the one who cut the rope to the censer that killed Anselmo.
Me? Me? But why should I do away with Anselmo?
It's true that you had no motive for doing away with Anselmo. But Anselmo wasn't alone.
What?
You planned it carefully. You knew the abbot frequently took walks to the crypt and back. One day, the rope holding the censer would break, and the abbot would be the victim of a tragic accident. Wasn't that the plan? So you used one of Nicholas's tools, a pair of hedge clippers for Arcadio, who had ordered them and never received them. You went to work on slitting through the rope, but it was stronger than you had thought. The clippers were damaged, and it took you a few seconds longer to cut clean through. As a consequence, the abbot was able to step back in time, and that fatal coincidence led to the censer falling on poor Anselmo.
You have no proof. No proof at all.
But you also knew that Nicholas is very conscientious. It didn't take long for him to notice the clippers were missing, and you couldn't put them back where they came from. At least, not until you had repaired the damage. So you sent Nicholas off to get charcoal outside the Abbey. Now that Nicholas was gone after some makeshift repairs, you put them back in their place. But as you were coming out of the smithy, I spotted you.
That is a lie. What a huge falsehood.
No, it's true. Segundo didn't fix the clippers. He had me do the work. Now I understand why he wanted to keep it a big secret.
Now you'll believe what Egidio says too? When he has told you his story, you'll see that you cannot put any faith in him. He and Leonardo are accomplices.
Leonardo, please continue.
With the greatest of pleasure, Father. Segundo logically would have been the next in line to become abbot. We mustn't forget that he has very influential friends. In said position, with the languages he's mastered, under the protection of that self-same Nazario with the knowledge that the library contains. I don't know the limits of his ambition, but it would have been easy for him to attain a cardinal's mitre. And from there, it's only one step to the Holy See.
A pack of lies! This is ridiculous!
And believe me, it wouldn't have bothered him a bit to do away with anyone who stood in his way, even if the situation had dealt with one of his masters.
Keep talking.
Once your plan failed and the abbot commissioned me with the investigation here, you applied pressure so that Nazario would come as soon as possible. Because you knew he would try to get me out of the picture. What you weren't aware of is that Nicholas guessed what had happened to the Clippers. He found it strange that of all days, you had chosen that one to send him out to get charcoal for no reason at all. The barrel of charcoal at the entrance to the smithy is still sealed, because Nicholas still has his old one, which is almost full.
That's true.